Hey everybody, back with another video, and I don't know why I didn't start recording this at the beginning, but I got a Jeep here, and I've had it for a couple years. It was a bit of a rust bucket when I got it, but I drove it for about a year and a half or so, and last winter I pulled it in the garage. I was going to redo it, and never got around to it, and I rolled it back out, and I was like, well, it just sat there all summer, so guess what? This winter, rolled it back in the garage. Frame off restoration coming with quite a few alterations. Kind of a build design. I don't have anything in mind except for I want to get it fixed. So hang loose. I'll take you around, show you what's up. Okay, so one of the main reasons I'm doing this is because if you notice right here, holy smokes, she's rusted out. Oh my god, the floor pan's gone. So's the other one. Both floor pans are gone. However, the rest of the Jeep doesn't look too awfully bad. And one of the things you look for in a Jeep is the frame. Oh, we ain't got no light. We'll get to that because I'm taking this body, or this tub, off of here. The other thing is that this fender here isn't too awfully bad, but the other one over here is shot. See, that one's just all rotted out. So this is a great project for, you know, welding and stuff like that, and I like to weld and fabricate, so that's what we're doing. Going to get this thing all fixed up. Let me show you what I'm doing here so far. Besides taking the hood off and the doors and the windshield and the top, I'm working on taking every bolt out of everything. I've taken obviously the cross member roll bars out, and I've got all of these loose here. These are all out. These ones are rusted in here, so I got the ones going in this direction out, but the ones in the bottom not. So I'm just grinding the heads off here, and then I can pull the roll cage off. I got this one and these last two to do here. Roll cage will come out, and then I'm gonna have to cut everywhere there's a body mount, because them bolts ain't gonna come out, and I have to cut them out. And I'm working on cutting this one out here, and then I got to unbolt the fender. Both sides. I'm going to leave the grill in for now, but I'm going to take the fender off. And what I've done to take these off is, because I don't know how long this is going to take me to restore, I went ahead and disconnected things, and then I put a label on everything that I unplugged, so that when I put this all back together, see, left fender blinker, so I know that goes there, right? And then there's another one down there that'll be like left front blinker, and then I just put this here driver side fender, and there's no wiring harness on the other side, but that way we know that this goes right on the fender. And then you got the washer pump, and then what did this go to? Oh yeah, washer motor. So, or no, this went to the washer pump, this went to the washer pump. Yeah, so see, this went to air cleaner. So I'll just label everything, so when I lay it back in there, it'll be easy to find out. Up to this point, it was just a whole lot of demo, and I guess if you're following along and you're gonna do a project like this, you probably don't need to know how to take something apart, but I'm going to show you how I'm putting it back together. May not be, you know, industry standards, but it's the way I'm going to do it, and I thought I'd document it. So what we've got here is the Jeep. I've got the hood and the tub, or hood and the fenders and the front grille, all that's disconnected here, and this is the tub. Now I don't know if I'm going to reuse it or not, because it's in pretty bad shape. See, there is no floorboards. They are totally gone on both sides. And the back of the tub isn't too awfully bad, but I welded these angle iron pieces on here, both sides, to keep it from maybe articulating or moving out of position before I took it off the frame. Didn't But what we are going to do is work on the frame and get that going. I picked up a aftermarket winch bumper, a bumper with a winch mount on it, front bumper. I'm going to take the old bumper and utilize it for some of the frame repair. You'll see that coming up. I don't know if I'm going to reuse this or put that somewhere else. But coming back here, the front of the frame is good, and this is where it starts right here. There's a crack in the frame right there. You can't see it, it's a little too dark, but there's a little crack in the frame there. I'll have to repair that. Shock mounts, both sides are rusted. I still have to get underneath and tear this apart and check the bottom of the frame on this section. I needle scaled everything inside, top, and outside, but I did not do the bottom yet. I used a needle scaler. That actually worked pretty slick. But here's what I'm starting on. Here's what I'm working on right now. And I got to get those jack stands over here pretty soon. Support this. I'm going to be taking this apart and get it all supported. Take the tires off and everything. But this is where the majority of the rod is. Here and here. The other side, bottom. And it's like that on this side as well. And that's where the majority of the rod is on this particular Jeep. So what I've done up to this point is, you might notice that the back frame rail, or whatever it's called, I cut it out. And I did that because I'm going to replace this with something else. I'll show you here in a second. But also I wanted to be able to get in there and fix that properly, and all of this will pretty much be new metal from here back, both sides. But this 4-inch plate, or C-channel, is the same size. If you look, I'll put this up here, it's the same size as this right here. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to put that on there like that. I'll have to notch a little section out of the frame. See? I'll put that on there like so. I'll just have to notch that out so it slides up so that this is flat with that. And then, so that marries up, or that matches the 4-inch height of the frame. But then you'll notice that this section here is a lot skinnier. See how that steps down? So what I'm going to do there, I'm going to use this 3-inch channel, which if you look, it's the same size there. So all I'll do is I'll put that in there and I'll make a taper, and that'll be there. And I'll have all of this heavy duty iron, steel, whatever, in the back here. And then I will be mounting this. This is the other bumper I got. I'll be mounting that bumper to the new back section that I'm going to install. So anyway, without further ado, I'm going to start cutting this section out, and I'm going to replace the top section first, and then that will give me a secure home for the rear section here. I don't want to lose how long this is, so I'm going to do the top section and then the sides, one side section at a time, and then the bottom, and I will just do it one piece at a time. So I'm going to start cutting this out with the plasma cutter, and I will come back and we'll fit up a new piece to go in there. We're also going to have to replace that because that's shot. I don't know what the ID dimension of that is, but we'll find out. I've got plenty of tubing and pipe laying around. We can probably just fab something up from scrap that I have laying around here. Alright, so we'll come back here in a little bit. Okay, so I got that cut out, and I'm going to try to peel it. Well, it just crumbled right out of there. So if you notice, I thought if I cut this a little short, that would give me some area to grind. I don't want to take off too much material because you can't put it back on. So now that I got this off, I'm going to get a light up in here and see what sort of damage we got further up. Alright, so let's see what we got going on in there, if we can get in there and see. It's not too awfully bad. We'll have to get in there and see a little better. I really can't tell. Okay, well, that's this section. So I'm going to trim this back. I'm going to grind it flat and get good metal to weld to. And again, what I'm looking for is just to get me a nice flat spot here so that I can use this to get the rest of it lined up with. Alright, well, there's the piece welded in. I still have to trim off that little bit. I'll do that with the plasma cutter. Fix that little spot there. I think what I'm going to do ultimately is I'm going to probably put another patch over this section to get that hole covered up. But now I got something solid to weld the side panels to on both sides. Okay, well, some progress has been made. I'm not sure where I left off, but long story short here, we got that top one done. I think that was in the previous video. I cut out the shackle grommet mounts there, and those are pretty bad shape. Look at how bad those are. I'm not sure if I can find some type of tubing or pipe that's that diameter. I might be able to find something and then turn it on the lathe to get it the right size. But the other side's done. Excuse me. Got that one cut out. Now what I'm working on is getting these side panels made. So what I did, well, also from the last video I took the shackles off. And I got some jack stands in there to support the axle, and took the tires off, made a template to go right over that. And at first, you see that line right here, that's where my template ended. However, I searched the shop and all I could find was this 6-inch square tubing. And when I marked it out, and you see the line here, it made it, let's see, it made it so that I could not make a second one. But I cut that off so now I could get 2 pieces out of one side, save some material. Okay, so here's my mark. Let's see, I should be able to get 2 out of that. Look at that, just perfect. So I got 4 sides, so if I needed to, which I won't, I could get 2, 4, 6, 8 of them. And I only need 4, so that'll save some more material for further up the frame when I get up there to do some more fixing on the side rails. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to mark all these out, cut them on the plasma cutter, and prep them. And then I'll have to cut these out, prep this, insert one at a time, weld this one, cut and prep, and then weld this one, so on and so forth. Alright, come back when we get that done. Stick a fork in me, I'm done for tonight. That's the last couple things I was trying to do and tie that in, and I'm just not doing very well, so I'll call it good. Still gotta do this side yet. I was able to get both pieces cut out of that one side there. So there's the other one. Just have to trim it off and stick it on the other side, like so. lot of cutting, grinding, fitting. Welding it only takes a few minutes, but it's everything else. Alright, we'll come back to it when I get another chance.